Somebody wrote a comment. I gotta get to it though. My bad, y'all. Hey, what's going on, Bill? Blake? Hope everybody's doing good. Not having to deal with too many of these fucking domestic terrorists like this goofball right here. San Jose Department of Terrorists. The new terrorist badge. They need some new badges instead of peace officer badges. They need some terrorist badges. I'm in a bad spot getting lit up by family. Oh man, I know what you're going through, bro. I know what you're going through. Sometimes it's best just to, if you're not gonna, I don't know what your situation, if you're living with them or what, but, sometimes it's best not to even speak on the targeting and shit. It'll drive you crazy. That shit will drive you crazy. Family members and shit pretending like they don't know what the fuck is going on, that shit'll drive you crazy. Super fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't want to go through that shit again. I wouldn't want to go through that shit again. But you know what they say, man. God isn't gonna put too much on our plate that we can't handle. It don't seem like that, but we get through this shit, man. It's an uphill battle, but they're lagging the comments. If you wrote any comments, I haven't got them yet. I know they be doing that shit. Yep, we're in one hell of a, what do they call it? We're in one hell of a cookie. This is one hell of a cookie. Hey, what's going on, Mo? I hope all is well. do live with them, my mom and my brother, and they're trying to drain me dry. Unbelievable. It's like some out of this world that shit, man. That's what makes it so toxic. And I know you're stronger than what I'm about to say, but you know, this is usually the point. I think when your family joins in on this shit, that's the point where, you know, that's where people cross those roads. That suicide, you know, that's when they get in the lane of suicide. Once you feel like your family is thinking hella crazy, I could die today. Yeah. I can't do it. Shit, who the fuck? I'm not. We just gotta, man, you know, get through this shit, man, the best way we know how. Because the way these people, you know, the way these people got shit set up, man, we'll be lucky. I have something for him, though. I want to keep playing these games. Okay. We can play. We can play those games. I don't mind. Excuse me, that's legitimate. Try and get you guys some view. Oh shit. That's gonna be real fucking hard right now. And how that even came on, I have no idea, but nah. Turn it off. And we'll just slide like that. This shit is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Excuse me. What are we nowhere. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found, my friends. Nowhere to be found, my friends. find out where to fucking go get one of those surety bond things at, man. I'm gonna call on Monday. Hopefully I don't even well, excuse me, that's legitimate. I really don't have to explain to him. I could just show him the video footage of the fucking. I got a pretty decent fucking amount of, undeniable fucking police harassment. Like they can try and make up lies, but explaining the whole gang stalking, predictive policing, fucking. I'd rather just give them the visual. Take the visual, sir. I'm not good at explaining this kooky ass fucking bullshit ass program. You have to be fucking nuts. Well, I guess not nuts if you pay attention to it long enough and, research it long enough. It's not really nuts, but, to be able to fucking explain this shit, you gotta really fucking. You either gotta be one of these kooky motherfuckers or someone who studied this shit for a long fucking time. And I'm none of the above. I mean, I studied it, but not to the point of fucking being able to explain it properly and all that fucking crazy shit to where it makes it believable to the people. Excuse me, you guys, that's legitimate. And no, I'm not smoking while I'm driving. Can't do that. Number one no-no. Sorry about that, you guys. I gotta give another stand. I gotta work on my language too, man. I'm starting to cuss a lot. Well, I always cuss a lot, but I'm starting to cuss more than I like to. Let me park real quick to find a parking spot. Finding a parking spot. I guess around Brick might be good. Brick, huh? Hey, you know what I was thinking? Go Dum Dum. not gonna follow me. I'm parking right here, you fucking idiot. Right here. Yes, sir. Okay, let's see what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on. The ride up. Nappy, I missed everything you just said because of the buffering. Oh, is it still buffering? Nah, I was just saying excuse me. Nah, I was just saying I gotta try and Monday I gotta call these fucking see where I can go file a what is it called? Sure bond. A sure bond. I'm gonna try and go that route because I got video footage of police harassment, like undeniable police harassment. I'm just thinking about not even mentioning the targeting and shit and just taking them and showing them the videos and shit. And that, that's, they can't deny, like, there's a couple of the videos, like, you can't deny that that's fucking police harassment. If not anything else, fucking, acting very immature in police vehicles and shit. Like a regular thug or some shit would drive, like a thug would drive or some shit. Doing all types of weird ass shit with one headlights and just complete fucking harassment. And then it's this Mexican and white cop. They're like fucking. They're fucking. I guess they would be like the. I don't even want to. I was gonna say good cop, bad cop, but that doesn't have nothing to do with these fucking terrorist motherfuckers. Both of them is bad cops. I don't know if you can you guys hear me? Hey, what's going? Hey, right up. Do not overcomplicate. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. That's why I don't even, I don't even want to explain the whole shit to him. I'd rather just show him the videos because, you gotta be, you gotta be a very calculated, patient. Excuse me, it's legitimate. You gotta be calculated, patient, and really slow when you break this shit down to people because there is a way to break it down for them to understand it. It's just that, like, we've been so fucking marinated in a bullshit, like, when we explain it, on top of the fucking smoke and mirrors that they throw out there as far as the rubbing hair and the coughing and the looking at their phones and shit. We've been overly fucking marinated in their bullshit, so when we try to explain it to people, we're fucking reaching for every fucking thing that these people do to us. And some of the things that they do to us are, if we take a step back and just look at every fucking thing they do. I mean, I remember at one point there were people walking around the streets with fucking, what are those fucking things? Clipboards. Doing surveys and shit on how many people just fucking use their phone a day and be, have their fucking face. Statistics is crazy with that phone shit, man. It's like people spend 80% of their fucking day on their fucking phones and shit, if not more. And when your face is fucking planted in the phone, and these people over marinate you with this, you try and explain it to people, You know, they be like, damn, I'll be looking at my phone, and then sometimes you might be fucking with your phone, and then, you know, they might say some shit like, okay, so you're in your phone now, so are you targeting somebody and shit? So it's just like a whole bunch of fucking, they throw smoke and mirrors in there to make us look crazy and shit. Like, we really, you know, we gotta step outside the fucking bullshit. We gotta step outside their bullshit, slow everything down. Like, we gotta literally fucking pause it and, you know, fucking, you know, just analyze everything they fucking do, man. And, you know, I've done it to a certain extent to where I can kind of explain it to people, but even when, you know, I kind of explain it to people and shit, and like I explain it with facts, like it's like the one headlights as far as them being triggers, and, you know, after, but doing all of that, even, man, that shit is a fucking, man, that shit, like, it's a workout. It's literally a fucking workout, because you gotta think, you're not just fucking explaining it to these people, but you're answering questions, and every time you answer a question, it's like a question on top of a question on top of a question, and then it becomes something that doesn't even have nothing to do with the program. It becomes a whole bunch of fucking, you know, questions, more so like with the assumption that, you know, maybe you're tripping type shit. Like, I don't want to deal with that. I just try and get all the visuals. Unless I'm protesting or something, you know, I'll put what I know out there. But, you know, as far as trying to explain it to a lawyer or fucking, you know, visuals, like, the visual is the best thing I think we got going for us. License plates, because if we get a number of license plates that are fake license plates, then what does that mean? That means the police are not doing their job. They're letting people ride around here illegally harassing people. You feel me? Literally fucking letting people harass people. The license plates, they're fucking white headlights. They're fucking, because, you know, 1,000 vehicles with one headlight, and none of them know what's going on. But every time you ask them, you know, at the very least, that can create paranoia in you. A strong fucking paranoia, to where you can't even operate in life no more if that's where your mind takes you. And, you know, psychologically, you know, it's a legitimate fucking reason to fucking, you know, be paranoid. And they can't get around that. Like, that's one thing they cannot get around. They cannot get around. And if they try that shit with me, that's why I get out all the time and say, am I under investigation? Why are you terrorizing me? Why are you following me with one headlight? I don't care if they lie or whatever. And in fact, I want you to lie. Because, you know, that just, if you don't know you're following me with one headlight, and I got thousands of cars fucking following me and approaching me with one headlight that say they don't know what they're talking about, bingo, like, that's legitimate reason right there, because the visual is right there for them to see. Like, that's legitimate reason enough to be fucking paranoid, and it's a paranoia that they created. So, you know, they you know, they're gonna have to be held accountable for this shit, man. And the only reason they're doing this shit the way they're doing it now, look at this shit. This is how they're doing me. Like, so I got all this recycle at the top of my van. They know they know I'm stacking my money so I can pay off this fucking registration and all this fucking bullshit. And every since I called, every since they've been letting the air out my tire, but ever since I fucking called the fucking the small place in the DMV to add up my fees and calculate my fees, and I started stacking, they've been fucking going wild with letting air out my tires, and now it's not just one. They let one out in the front on one side, and then they let one out in the back on the other side. So my van fucking super fucking wobbles. It super fucking wobbles, and I got it on film that they cut hoses. They literally cut the fucking hose to where I can't put air in my tire. So, it's just some shit they're not gonna be at. Like, it's just blatant fucking shit like they can't get out of. And it's a police conducted program. And I'm done explaining shit to people. I'm just gonna show it to them from now on. Like, unless I'm protesting and shit. Like, if they can't use their fucking brains from seeing the shit, we gotta give them books with the pictures in it. We gotta start giving these fuckers. Well, I'm not gonna call them fuckers because this program is a fucking weird program that not too many people will understand. I know I wouldn't understand it if I wasn't going through it. I'd have a hard time. Like, eventually I would fucking put two and two together and be able to see, okay, something ain't right. But, just being hit with this shit, somebody just telling me this shit, I don't know how I would be able to take it. Like, I know it wouldn't be like, I wouldn't be downing them or saying, no, you're on drugs or no shit like that, but, in the back of my head, I might be like, man, this motherfucker might be kind of off her rocker, but I would pay attention, and, it don't take long. A good fucking, in the way we, it's just, man, it wouldn't take a day for a motherfucker to know something's going on, man. It wouldn't take a day. It is not rocket science. It's definitely not rocket science. Do not. Okay. I'm puffing on some Kush Mints. Kush Mint strain. Ooh, I haven't had that before. I don't even think I heard of that. That shit sound good. Wait, Mint Kush? I think I have heard of Mint Kush. I just haven't had it. Man, I'm stuck on that gelato, man. I fucking love gelato, man. That shit has it's a nice mellow high, and then that shit tastes hella good, man. That shit has an aftertaste out of this world. Fucking gelato, man. I hope they don't never get rid of that shit. Yeah, man, but we're dealing with a bunch of rich fucking brats, a bunch of fucking junkies that never had shit before, so, whatever you throw at them. And, it's hustlers out there trying to get their money and shit, motherfuckers, it's just a whole bunch of shit. They're doing it the wrong way, but, a hustle's a fucking hustle. Even though you're killing people and fucking, I guess, if I was to really fucking sit back and think about it, and I mean, it wasn't my intention to hurt people though. Like, I was just trying to make money, but the same thing, they can be applied to them as they can be applied to me as is applied to that. Nah, I don't think so, because it wasn't no fucking head games and following people around and all that shit. I think I just, unconsciously. You know, well, I can't even say unconsciously because I know, drugs fuck people up, but I wasn't aiming to fucking hurt nobody though. Like I wasn't like these people are aiming to fucking hurt us and shit. So whenever you want somebody to commit suicide, whenever you don't care if people get killed in the process, whenever you can fucking sweep a little fucking 14-year-old under the rug along with other people under the rug and the peers that do it with you are okay with it and empower you even more as a fucking officer of the law to be able to do whatever you want and just get away with it, because now you have these people trapped. Excuse me, that's legitimate. These people have participated in getting people killed. So when you go fucking shoot the fucking person in the face on a traffic stop because you're so fucking, you're so jittery with your fucking gun. You're a tough guy out here conducting all this fucking domestic terrorism, but a simple fucking a car pull over and shit, you're fucking wobbling with your fucking pistol in your hand and letting shots off on motherfuckers and shit. Like, it just makes it that much more easier for you to get away with your fucking lies on that bullshit. These people, man, these people are like, man, and they're so fucking caught up now, like they, if the police did any, like, they couldn't tell on the police, like, if the police did anything out of pocket, like, unless they were gonna be like some type of fucking solid fucking noble fucking person who really legitimately feels fucking bad about doing this shit and doesn't want to keep doing it, yeah, somebody, you might fucking go do it. I could see a person doing that, but just some fucking dumbass that got yourself in something you can't get out of now. You try and fucking tell on one of these fucking, like, a person who's fucking tired of it and don't want to do it. Like, they don't give a fuck what the consequences is. They're, like, prepared to own up to their fucking shit. But for those that don't want to own up to it and just want to get the fuck out of it, they can't take it no more. Nah, you're gonna have to keep doing this. And the police can say and do anything they want to you, and you're not gonna tell on them because you're a part of a conspiracy now that's gotten people killed, and not only gotten them killed, but swept under the rug. Like, you literally fucked up people's legacies. You fucked up these people's legacies. Normal good people. You fucking, creating an alter ego in people. Just think, I know a lot of you guys been going through it for longer than me, but in this fucking 11 years, man, just think if I was like some fucking, I was like some aggravated type of dude, like, one of those short-tempered type of dudes, and I was just fucking letting this shit build up, thinking I could deal with this shit. I'm not gonna do nothing because I know it's the police in 11 years and this shit just, and I explode, man. You think about some of the people we know out there, because I know it don't matter what side of the fence you come from. We all know people who will fucking explode at fucking the drop of a fucking dime. Like, the fucking sun don't shine bright enough for them. They're in a bad mood type shit. So we all know people like that. And shit, it don't take much for one of us to get in our feelings about doing something to one of these motherfuckers. So just imagine, like, somebody who can't fucking, we have a man that killed a 14-year-old. We have a man that killed a 14-year-old. And, if I was to sit back and think about, nobody does anything like that unless they're a fucking weirdo, which I don't think he was a weirdo because he's been harassed and fucking, they targeted this man. And, he probably did have a fucking mental illness. And so that's what they're fucking, they're driving on his fucking mental illness. They're driving on his mental illness. I'm not even going to say that they said he had one, but if they're driving on it. So they forced that man to do that because, nobody does that. Nobody. He wanted to prove it. And that's how I wanted. I wouldn't get no kids though. I couldn't get no kids, but that's how a person fucking thinks. Like when your back is against the wall and you can't do nothing to the people fucking you up and doing this to you, like and it's being done in an unfair fashion. Like these people are cheating. Like even when you're fucking flying straight and doing the right thing, they're steady fucking throwing fucking entrapment after entrapment after entrapment, whether it's fucking vehicular entrapment, having people fuck with you in the road, just all types of fucking entrapment setups everywhere. Like they're throwing booby traps everywhere. So you can't even beat these motherfuckers on some fair shit. Like they're cheat. Like that's and that's why that 14-year-old died, in my opinion, because we don't know how long that man's been going through that. And when you're going through something like that, like when you kill somebody or kill yourself, this is like, what you're up against. Like your outcome isn't gonna be good. You're either gonna die or you're gonna be in jail for life. So for you to fucking decide like, fuck it, I'm ready to deal with this shit. For you to decide that, you want to get a point across. Like you're going to fucking, like that kid just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they sent him on the wrong target. They sent that kid on the wrong fucking target. And that's what happens, man. You're thousands of motherfuckers fucking with you, and you can't get to one of them. You can and you probably could, but it's only one of them. Like if you do something to one of them, it ain't gonna be felt as much as you do something to that kid, because that's gonna, not only is it gonna be on the parents' mind that sent them at you, but everybody who's a part of that shit is gonna fucking, they're gonna feel it. On top of that, when the police try and sweep it under the rug, this is a kid. Some of these fucking perps, and they're like, fuck, man, what the fuck did I get myself into? Like, what the fuck, man? These cops is getting kids killed and sweeping it under the rug. Yeah, you're getting cops, yeah, and people are gonna say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Correlate the stories, man. That's all I say. Correlate the fucking stories. Myron May, fucking, Alexis Shawn, the kid, the 14-year-old, fucking, I wish I would have went to school to be a fucking lawyer, man. I would go after all dirty fucking cops. All dirty cops. I would take on all the fucking dirty cops. all the cops, they killed somebody and tried to lie. Said they had a fucking gun when it was a phone. The fucking police fucking whole fucking training system would have been rebuilt. Like, they would have had to fucking tear that shit down. They would have had to tear that shit down and restart a whole different fucking policing program. Man, it's just certain things, man, that you can point out to fucking. You don't have to be fucking rocket scientists and shit. Just knowing all those fucking, the loopholes and all that shit. And all the section codes and all that shit. You gotta really study for that shit. But to prove guilt beyond reasonable doubt, that's not hard. People just make it hard because they want to drag that shit out and fucking take you for all your fucking money. But a lot of these lawyers can fucking beat cases within a fucking day, man. Present all the fucking evidence in that same day instead of fucking, oh, we gotta make a discovery here and we gotta do this here and do this and just get all the fucking evidence and present it right there. You guys, excuse me, that's legitimate. You guys let me know if you guys can hear me and shit. I'm in a different location, so hopefully it's working. I can't do too much driving. I don't know if you guys can see it from here, but I don't know how much gas is where you guys are. But this is where we at with gas prices out here. Let me see if I could. Damn it. Gang stalker behind me? Where you at? No, I heard you. Oh yeah, there you go. Walk way over here. This is where we at on the gas though, y'all. Yeah. 589. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like 589. Got a lighter. 589. And if I'm not mistaken, Ukraine and Russia don't have nothing to do with oil and fucking gas out here. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, Biden Biden said he's gonna quit shipping oil and gas out there. So how in the fuck? How in the fuck are you gonna stop shipping? How are you stop shipping gas and oil out there, and our fucking shit skyrockets? Like, if anything, we should have fucking extra gas and fucking oil. Like, because we're getting all Russia shit that they're not getting anymore. What the fuck is going on? Oh man, I hate this shit. They're making us pay for their bullshit war. But I guess it's only right for America to chip in, since they're fucking instigating the whole fucking bullshit. If I'm not mistaken, America is the reason that war is going on right now. But I might be jumping the gun. I don't know everything about the war. But I do know America was trying to, set shop up right next door to their fucking enemy. Or not, well, bickering buddies, I guess you would call them, bickering buddies. America is a motherfucker, man. America will fucking tell you that you can't fly in your own country. America will tell you that you cannot have no weapons of mass destruction, yet America has all the fucking weapons of mass destruction. Like, America is a motherfucker, man. They'll fucking go to your country, cause fucking all types of conflict, leave, and now fucking they, and it's all a strategic thing. They did it with the slaves, man. As far as, like, they gave fucking one tribe fucking, like, during slavery, they gave one tribe fucking, booze. The other tribe cigarettes and shit. Other tribe guns and shit. Now instead of being together, they're all separated like fucking gangs and shit. And greed and and America slides right in. We're gonna stop giving you guys this stuff, or you guys let us pay you a nice little healthy amount for some of your slaves. And now you got these people fighting against each other. So you got them probably. I wasn't back there, so this is all hearsay. But if stepping back and observing, everybody everybody that was beefing with each other, they had their own, so okay. We're fighting with the booze and the cigarette guys is fighting, so I imagine some of the booze guys would capture the cigarette guys and fucking sell them to the dude, and some of the fucking cigarette guys would steal or kidnap and do whatever and trade off. America is a motherfucker, man. Fucking go fucking got Muslims. I don't know how many fucking different faiths of Muslims there are, or different brackets, or different units, or however you would explain it, different chapters of that religion, because there's Sunni, Shiite, and then there's other denominations or whatever. Like, it's a lot. So, and they're the same, but they're different. Whatever that entails, I don't know. But it's America. Those people were getting along. Like, those people. Before America stepped in, And you can even go, you can even take it back to fucking YouTube and you know trace back, before the shit happened, like from the fall of everything. You can trace that shit back from YouTube. As soon as America fucking stepped in, those people all got along. Like, literally, they weren't bombing each other. They weren't fucking, they had their disagreements, but you never heard about them bombing each other or fucking doing the shit that they fucking do now. Like, they're fucking, you never heard of that shit. America goes in, they play the fucking heroes like they always do. Fucking play their fucking people, use their fucking people. Strategic, in war, is a strategic measure and shit, but, these are penniless fucking wars. Like, they're not even, these wars are for shit. Like, they're not even fucking, wars that should be going on and shit. Blowing up your own fucking people because you wanna, move in on these fucking people and take their fucking natural resources and shit. Like, that's a fucking penniless fucking war. And then you think you're all fucking tough and bad because, you do your little fucking, your boot camp training, and you got some fucking little dickhead screaming in your face, talking shit about your mom and all this fucking shit, making you do push-ups, and now you're walking around with your chest out, and you got a bunch of fucking cowards with you that you call your comrades. Everybody's scared as fuck. Everybody fucking scared as fuck. They play those fucking video games. Play those fucking video games, Black Ops and all that shit, and listen to all this fucking pump up food that the fucking military be throwing on the commercials. Be all you can be, and dignify yourself, be a man, come work for us, get yourself killed, get your limbs blew off, and when you come back home, we'll have you on a wheelchair, in a fucking wheelchair under the bridge, begging people for fucking change. So you got a bunch of fucking cowards in there with you. Maybe 1 out of 10 is like a fucking solid motherfucker wanting to fucking fight for the country, and the rest is fucking scared. And their fucking kids, rightfully so. Like, you shouldn't be fucking sending kids out there, whether they think they want to go or not. You're still sending fucking kids out there and shit. And when they fucking die, well, I don't know what they do now, but as disrespectful as they were back in the day when they used to ship fucking drugs back home in them and shit, and people still call them fucking heroes to this day. Fucking getting drugs and shit back in dead bodies and shit of people that fought in the war for these motherfuckers, man. That's the most like, motherfucker literally laid down his fucking life for this piece of shit country and gets fucking drugs shipped back in his body. How fucking disrespectful is that? Yet we fucking hold them up high. Those are our soldiers. We fucking fly that flag. Generally speaking, we fucking fly that flag. Fucking government dropping syphilis on its fucking citizens, blowing its fucking citizens up, kidnapping fucking kids and drinking the blood. Whether that gets a little too deep and people don't believe in that shit or whatever, it happens. Organs and shit, people being killed for their fucking organs. But people fucking act like this, man. Motherfuckers forcing you to do something that they wouldn't do. Over 400,000 people in the military would not take that fucking jab, yet they're willing to fucking force you to take that shit. They're prepared to fucking come through and make you fucking jab yourself with that shit. What the fuck? That's America, man. I can proudly say that I am not proud to be a fucking American. I feel fucking lost out here. This is probably the only fucking country that I would feel lost at. Like, literally, like, America is just fucking a made up fucking matrix, man. That's all America is fucking. Everything's a fucking lie. Everything you ever knew about anything and everything is a fucking lie. From inventions, from fucking inventions to fucking, man, just everything, man. Every fucking thing. And they literally blatantly tell you that all you ever knew was lies. They tell you they're gonna give people re-education. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, re-educate. So you're gonna re-educate people. You're gonna give them a whole new education on life. You know, get rid of the older people. They tried to do that with COVID. Yeah, you know, and they gave themselves away when they said it doesn't reach the younger people. Like, they literally said, like, the younger people, when they had no problems, the older they wanted. At one point, a governor in, I believe it was New York, literally was fucking asking the old people to lay down their life and shit. Like, he was asking the old. This motherfucker said, if you catch COVID, just die. We need younger people to get those respirators. They're gonna be, like, how fucked up is that? Like, literally, how fucked up is that? Like, you know, if you're a wise, older person, you know, if this motherfucker is on TV pleading for you to fucking give up one of those respirators behind closed doors, your ass is definitely giving up one of those respirators. You know, that's just on fucking TV so the public can fucking see that he's begging and pleading and shit. But, you know, nobody knows anything once them doors close. That's your fucking America, man. Any fucking values that they've ever... We got a goofball just parking next out of nowhere. Empty parking lot. I chose an empty parking lot for a reason. Stores are closed. But, hey, I can't really honestly say that that's a perk. But we will say he is out of place. Well, Iran just fired a missile at U.S. consulate in Iraq, so I guess they don't want to do business with us. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, all this fucking war shit, bro. America, fuck, man. America's just a fucking snake, man. They should have left it at United Snakes of America. Like, literally, they had the right name from the jump. From the very jump, they should have just left it. Because that's what America is. A bunch of fucking snakes. Psychopaths fucking running for president. Fucking Hillary Clinton. Fucking whatever this fucking goofball's name is. Fucking, These are our fucking presidents and shit. Like, if you go back and look at some of Hillary's fucking shit, man, that man, you know, they try and call us fucking crazy and shit. Like, this lady is running for fucking president, and some of the shit that she says, man. Oh, man. We'd have had a whole lot of dead motherfuckers if she would have won. It'd have been a whole lot of dead, like. I don't know how true it is, but you know they got reputable reputable sources out there on YouTube, and you know, just, you know, people who fucking, you know, they pay attention to certain shit and they study certain shit. That's what they focus on and shit. Like, that's their fucking, you know, that's what their whole fucking platform is, to expose certain shit. Like, you know, there's a few reputable people that say she fucking cut some fucking baby's face off or some kid's fucking face off, and she was walking around with somebody's fucking skin from their face all on her face and shit. They say she fucking. Hillary is a fucking beast, man. She's fucking had people killed. Not on the war shit either. Not like she did Gaddafi, or they did Gaddafi. Not like that, but like fucking, you know, people within the political realm and all that shit. Like, wish they all do that, but you know, Hillary is just one of those psychopaths, man. You gotta be a crazy motherfucker to be like Bill. Gotta be just as crazy as Hillary. Bill. I can't imagine not being crazy. I can't imagine just being fucking a regular person with someone like that. Like, literally, like fucking ruthless. Like, ruthless. Like a ruthless. Like, she's ruthless, man. Just in with Gaddafi, that Gaddafi situation. They killed a peaceful man. They said he was a dictator. They told America, this is why they should have kept the name Snakes, United Snakes. And this isn't, you know, this is how they get along with all their business, pretty much. This is just one example, but they try to convince us, or America, that they're gonna go in and take out this vicious fucking dictator, like he's fucking holding his fucking people under oppression. He's holding his people under oppression when, you know, America, you know, there's freedoms out here, but, you know, oppression is rampant out here as well. But they say this guy is some fucking evil dude. And, you know, for those of us who don't, you know, back then when they did that shit, I wasn't, you know, I didn't, you know, that wasn't my thing, fucking paying attention to war and the politics and all that fucking shit. So I didn't, you know, I just knew we were fucking at war. It wasn't until I fucking, you know, I got locked up and fucking. Oh man, my fucking bunkie, man. I would never forget it, man. I was in fucking prison, and my bunkie was going home, and he fucking, you know, he had hella commissary and shit. He had, you know, he had hella commissary, and he had some books and shit, and I had commissary, so I wasn't, you know, It would have been nice if he would have left some of that shit with me. He seen that I had it, and you know, people needed it. I didn't. You know, that would have been greed if, you know, I would have been like, oh man, let me get that shit. Fuck them and shit. That would have been greed and shit. Like he passed it. He did it right. But you feel me? He was leaving. He passed everybody out commissary and he threw a book on my bed. He fucking threw a book on my bed called Behold the Pale Horse, man. And I started reading that fucking shit. Like, once I read that book, man, it was like fucking no turning back, man. I got released. And once I got released and shit, I was fucking on the computer. Like, I was fucking, I never, you know, I never went past YouTube or, you know, music videos or some shit. Like, I never went past music videos and shit. Like, I was always music videos or some shit. Like, I never really fuck with the computer or no shit like that. Or you know, the phone was just music and fucking phone calls and shit, YouTube and all that shit. But I read that fucking book, man, and I was fucking stuck. Like, I was fucking reading up on hella fucking... That book had hella shit in it, man. And fucking, I got out fucking getting on the fucking computer and fucking just researching shit. And fucking, that fucking book fucked my life up, man. Not literally, but you know, that fucking, you know, that book was like a fucking key. Like, it fucking unlocked shit. And then the certain alien shit they were talking about, like, I already believed in aliens and shit. Like, I wouldn't talk about it, but like, whenever I heard people, like, I would talk about it with fucking like-minded people, but you know, they would have to fucking bring that shit up first and shit. Like, if I heard them talking about it and shit, like, and then when we got into those conversations and shit, like, my eyes would water and I would fucking get goosebumps and shit. Like, it was just like a fucking, you felt like, well, I did. It felt like a fucking spirit, or like just a fucking spirit. Like, it's crazy. Like, you fucking get like little chills. You fucking get goosebumps and your eyes start watering. Like, whenever, you know, I spoke on shit that I knew was real, but there was like, you know, there's always some type of shit that kind of throws people off that it could be fake. Like, it, you know, it's a debatable. It turns it into a debatable thing when you know it's you know, it's fact and shit. Like, but yeah, man, that book sent me on a fucking, it's like a fucking key or some shit. Thank you, Nappy, for streaming. Stay happy and have fun. You have my support. Appreciate that, Punk's World. What's going on, Ganja House? Planet Pat, what's happening? I hope everybody's doing good out there. I'm not even sure if you guys can hear me. It's down to one person. That's what it's showing me, is that one person. Can you guys hear me? It might be buffering. Might have this goofball right here next to me. This goofy motherfucker right here. He's probably fucking jamming the shit, y'all. But I'm not sure if they're fucking with the numbers as well, so I'll wait and see if one of you guys tell me you can hear me or not.